Hi, my name is Jill Ham and I'm the owner and founder of the Children's Dyslexia Center of Georgia. I'm not only a dyslexia specialist but an educational consultant, which means I've spent lots of years teaching special needs students, and lots of years consulting with school districts on the appropriate curriculum, especially reading curriculum for children with special needs and dyslexia and different types of learning disabilities. So today I'm going to teach you how to teach any child, no matter what their disability is, no matter if they struggle or if they're a genius, the easiest way to learn their multiplication facts. And by the time we're done, you'll be able to teach your child all their multiplication facts within about 30 to 40 minutes. So make sure you have paper, make sure you're ready to take notes. And the materials we're going to use today is from a publishing company, and it's called Times Tells the Fun Way. And I'm going to show you a cool little spin on how to use just these simple little posters to be able to teach your child how to learn their multiplication facts in 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, Shelby, come on in. All right, Shelby's going to help us out today. She's going to sit right here. I don't believe in desk, so everything I do in my office, as you see here, is always on the floor. To open up brain pathways so children can go from short-term working memory to long-term memory, they have to be able to see it. They have to be able to hear it, to do it, to touch it. A desk kind of restricts them. So I always do things on the floor. We're always touching things. We're always seeing things. We're always doing things. So let's start. The first one we're going to start with is 3 times 3. Okay, and I'm going to tell Shelby, there's a poster for this, 3 times 3. And I call this, there's these keywords you're going to need to write down. This is called blind mice. That's going to be your trigger word for your child. So I'm going to tell Shelby a little story about 3 times 3. Okay, Shelby, so when there's 3 times 3, there's 3 blind mice, and they're all brothers. This brother and this brother, their tails end in a number 3. But this brother, he wasn't so fortunate, and his tail ended up looking like a number 9. And 9 kind of sounds like blind and 9. So 3 times 3 blind mice would be 9. 2 brothers, 3 times 3, and this brother's tail looks like a number 9. Okay? So your key word for 3 times 3 is going to be 9. So on this board that I have, I always use whiteboards. I never use paper pencil. That restricts a child and makes them have a lot of anxiety, and it will shut down the brain pathways. So right here I'm going to write 3 times 3, and above this I'm going to write blind, or like bee mice. That's Shelby's little clue, what I call her clue, to help pull it from her memory. Okay, so let's do our next one, which is going to be 3 times 4. So 3 times 4, or 4 times 3, it's the same thing. This is what we call cheer, okay? So when it's 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, the kids begin their cheer with 1, 2, 3, 4. I like math, let's do some more. So 4 times 3 or 3 times 4, what did the cheer start with, Shelb?
1,
2. So 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 is how the cheer started, 1, 2. So 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 is? 12. Okay? So now, after the second one, I'm going to ask Shelby. Okay, Shelby, what's 3 times 3 blind mice?
9.
Okay, and what's 3 times 4 or 4 times 3 cheer?
12.
Good. Okay, and then I'm going to write these on my board, and I'm going to put the clue above them. Just like this. So we've got 3 times 3 blind mice, 3 times 4 cheer, and 4 times 3 cheer. Okay? Now, the next one we're going to do, Shelb, is 4 times 4, and this one's called drive. So when it's 4 times 4, this kid is so excited. He just turned 16, and he no longer has to hang glide around town. That's how he would get around. He was so excited that his dad bought him a 4x4. So 4 times 4, he had to be how old to drive his 4x4? 16. So he could not wait until he turned 16 so he could drive his 4x4. So 4 times 4 is 16. And the clue to this one is drive, because you have to be to be able to drive, you have to be 16 to drive your 4x4. Okay? So I stop, and I'm going to go back through the ones I already did. Okay, Shelb, what's 3 times 3 blind mice?
9.
Good. What's 3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer?
12.
Good. And 4 times 4 drive?
16.
Good job. And then I'm just going to add that one to my board. I'm going to write the clue above it. Okay, good job, Shelb. Okay, Shelby, the next one. This one is called desert. Okay, Shelby, there's 2 6s, and they're walking through the desert. They are so thirsty that they are thirsty, sounds like 30, 6s, thirsty, 6. So thirsty sounds like 30, and they're 6s, so thirsty 6s. They were so thirsty because they had been walking through the desert that they're thirsty 6s. So 6 times 6 is
36.
36. And that clue for that one, I always use desert. Okay, so I'm going to add that to my board. I'm going to write desert above it, and then I'm going to go back through the ones I just did with Shelby so you can see they're going from short term to working memory. Okay, Shelby. 4 times 4 drive.
60.
Good. 3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
Good. 3 times 3 blind mice.
9.
Good. And 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good. Good job. Okay, next one. This one is called Snowmen. It's 8 times 8. Okay, Shelb. So there are these 8s, and they're snowmen, and they're walking through the forest, okay? And they're so cold that they pick up sticks, which sounds like the number 6, for the fire. So they pick up sticks to build a fire, so sticks for the fire. So 8 times 8 snowmen, 64, because they pick up sticks for the fire. So 8 times 8 snowmen is 64. And when your child gets stuck, just say snowman and say, okay, what did they do? They picked up sticks, which sounds like 6, and they picked them up for the fire. So 64. So if they ever get stuck, just say, what was the story about? And you're attaching something abstract to something concrete. That's why we use pictures with children that have learning disabilities, because now you're taking an abstract idea like 6 times 6, where they don't have a picture of that, and we're attaching something concrete to it so the brain can hold on to it. Okay, so I'm going to write that one on my board. I'm going to put 8 times 8, and I'm going to put snowmen. Okay, Shelb, you ready? Okay, what's 3 times 3 blind mice?
9.
3 times 4 and 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
And 4 times 4 drive.
16.
Good. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good. And 8 times 8 snowmen.
64.
Good. Good job. Okay. The next one is 7 times 7. This one I call soldiers. Okay. So there's 2 7s, Shelby, and they're soldiers, and they're marching to hang their flag. They're marching to the fort, which looks like a number
4.
to hang the flag that looks like a number 9. Okay, so 2 soldiers marching to the fort, which is number 4, to hang the sign or the flag that looks like a number 9. So soldiers, 7 times 7 is 49. You got that one? Okay, good. Okay, you ready? All right, I'm going to mix them up. 4 times 4 drive.
60.
Good. Okay, 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 cheer.
12.
8 times 8 snowmen.
64.
Good. Desert, 6 times 6. Think about your story.
36.
Good, good job. 3 times 3 blind mice.
9.
And 7 times 7 soldiers.
49.
Good job. Okay, so Shelby's learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 facts so far, and she can recall all of them. Okay, next one. We're going to do 7 times 4 or 4 times 7, and I call this one fire. Okay, so here's the number 7, and he's really scared, really timid, scared to death to slide down the pole that looks like a number 4. Well, because he's so scared, he's not going to get to the fire on time, and this barn is burning. And the poor farmer over here is yelling, hurry up, you're going to be 2, sounds like the number 2, late, which rhymes with 8. So 7 times 4, 4 times 7, fire, he's going to be 2 late. So 7 times 4, 4 times 7 is 28. And that's our fire. Okay, you ready, Shel? Okay. 4 times 4 drive.
16.
Good. 3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
3 times 3 blind mice.
9.
Good. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good. 8 times 8 snowmen. Think of your story. What did they do? What did the snowmen pick up?
Stick.
Okay, so stick sounds like what number? Say it to yourself. Sticks. What number does sticks sound like? Relax. They pick up sticks. What number starts with a
6.
Okay, 6. They pick up sticks.
4.
4 for the fire. Yes, 64. Okay? This isn't rehearsed, so you're getting exactly what you see. So Shelby got caught on Snowmen. So I said, just think about the story. They pick up
64.
sticks and they pick them up for the fire. So that's going to happen. So just be ready to be able to tell your child, just think of the story. Relax. Walk through the story. It's okay. Okay, next one we're going to do is 6 times 3 or 3 times 6. I call this one Bigfoot. Okay, so number 6, cute little number 6 with her little pink lipstick here, is shooting a bow and arrow. So this one right here, 6 times 3, the 3 is her bow. She shoots the arrow, which looks like a number 1, and it lands on Bigfoot's toe, which looks like a number 8. So 6 times 3 or 3 times 6, the arrow is the 1, Bigfoot is the 8, so 18. And we call this one Bigfoot. Okay, got that one? Okay. All right. What is 8 times 8 snowman?
64.
Good. What's 3 times 3 blind mice?
9.
3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
Good. 4 times 4 drive.
60.
Good. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good. Yeah. 7 times 7 soldiers.
49.
Good. 7 times 4 or 4 times 7 fire.
28.
Good. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6 Bigfoot.
18.
Good. Good job. Okay, and you can see I've added all of them and I put the clues above them. And what you can also do sometimes is stop and give the child the board and the child can write the answers underneath. Or you can call them out. It's totally up to you. But I'm going to stop here in a few minutes and let Shelby write the answers. Okay. Next one we're going to do. This one is called butterfly. Okay. So number 3 is a butterfly. And he flies up to the tree that looks like a number 7. So this is 3 times 7 or 7 times 3. The butterfly used to be a caterpillar, and then it turns into a cocoon. So the butterfly flies to the 7 tree. The caterpillar, which is the number 2, is hanging from the tree. And he says, don't worry, you will soon become one of me. So, or become a cocoon even. So the butterfly flies up to the 7 tree and says, well, soon you will become a cocoon. And the cocoon looks like a number 1. So 3 times 7 or 7 times 3, the butterfly turns into a caterpillar, which is the number 2. The caterpillar then turns into a cocoon, which is the number 1. So 3 times 7 or 7 times 3 is 21. And that one's called butterfly. Got it? Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Write this one down. Okay, you ready? Blind mice. 3 times 3.
9.
Good. 3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
Good. 4 times 4 drive.
16.
Good. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
8 times 8 the snowmen. Think about your story. What do? They pick up,
Sticks.
which is number
64.
There you go, 64. Soldiers, 7 times 7.
49.
Good. 4 times 7 or 7 times 4, fire.
What was it?
Fire.
28.
Good. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6, Bigfoot.
18.
And 3 times 7 or 7 times 3, butterfly.
21.
Good. Good job, Shelby. Okay. So we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, and Shelby knows them all. Okay? All right. Let's do 6 times 8 or 8 times 6. Your child can pick which one they want. Sometimes I say chef, sometimes I say cake. It's whatever triggers and helps them remember. Number 6 is a chef, and he is best friends with the number 8. So he makes him a cake for his birthday. Well, he makes him a cake that looks like the number 8 for his friend, the number 8. So the chef bakes a cake that looks like a number 8 for his best friend the number 8. So 6 times 8 or 8 times 6 is 48. He bakes the cake for his friend the 8. Okay. Shelby, do you want it to be chef or cake? What's going to help you remember cake? Okay, so Shelby chose cake. So we're going to write on here 6 times 8 or 8 times 6, and we're going to write the word cake with it. Okay, Shelby, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 8 times 8 snowmen.
64.
Good. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good. 7 times 4 or 4 times 7 fire.
7 times 4.
Uh-huh. Fire.
28.
Good. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6 Bigfoot.
18.
Good. 3 times 7 or 7 times 3 butterfly. What's your story? The butterfly flies up to the number 7 tree, and what does he see?
3.
The 3 is the butterfly, and he flies up to the 7 tree, and what does he see hanging from the tree? There's 2 numbers. Yeah, 20. What's the caterpillar going to turn into?
A butterfly.
Mm-hmm. But the caterpillar first has to go and live in a what before it becomes a butterfly?
Cocoon.
A cocoon. So what did the number to the cocoon look like? So the caterpillar was a number 2 hanging from the tree. You said that, so it was a 2. And then what did the cocoon look like?
21.
Yeah, the cocoon looks like that. It would look like a 1, so 21. Good job. Okay, 4 times 4 drive.
16.
Good. 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 cheer.
12.
Good. And 3 times 3 blind mice.
9.
Good. Good job. Okay, and what was 3 times 7 or 7 times 3 butterfly?
21.
Good. Good. Good job. And 6 times 8 or 8 times 6 cake.
38.
Good. Good job. Okay, we're almost done. Good job, Shelby. Okay, this one is called Dirty Pigs. All right, so 8 times 4 or 4 times 8. This one's called Dirty Pigs. So 4 times 8 or 8 times 4. The number 8 is muddy. It's got 2 pigs and they're twin brothers. And they come inside from playing outside and they're all dirty. They're all muddy. And this one will not get in the tub or the shower, which is the number 4, and the pig's the number 8. And he gets so upset that his mom says, get in that shower. He says, but Mom, my brother is dirty, which sounds like 30. My brother is dirty too, 32. How many of us have kids that are like, I don't want to take a bath? He says, but my brother needs one or my sister needs one. Same thing here. He's saying my brother is dirty too. So 32. So 8 times 4, 4 times 8, dirty pigs. Dirty sounds like 30. And he says my brother is dirty too. So 32. Make sense, Shop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was 8 times 4, 4 times 8 dirty pigs?
32.
Good. Okay. All right. Dirty pigs on here. All right. 3 times 3 blind mice.
9.
8 times 8 snowmen.
64.
Good job. 3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
Good. 4 times 4 drive.
16.
Good. 7 times 4 or 4 times 7 fire.
28.
Good, Shelby. 7 times 7 soldiers.
49.
Good, sis. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good job. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6 Bigfoot.
18.
Great. 6 times 8 or 8 times 6 the cake.
48.
Good. And 3 times 7 or 7 times 3 butterfly.
21.
Good. Nice job. Good. And you see, I'm just adding them. I've added all of them, and every time Shelby says one, I just put a check next to it so I know which one I can go to next. Okay. 3 more. Actually, 4. We're missing a poster for 1, but I'm still going to show it to you. Okay. The next one is 6 times 4 or 4 times 7. Or, I'm sorry, 6 times 4 or 4 times 6. This one we can either say swan or wish, but there's a number 6 snail. And he is ugly and dirty and icky. And he's sitting in the pond, which is magical, which looks like a number 4. And the snail looks like a 6. He wants to be gorgeous so bad that he makes a wish. And he wishes to be beautiful like a swan that looks like a number 2. sitting in the magical number 4 pond. So they don't leave the pond. The snail, which is the number 6, just makes a wish to be a beautiful swan that looks like a number 2. A number 2 sitting in the pond, that's a number 4. So the 6 snail gets in the 4 pond. He wishes to become a swan, which is the number 2, in the magical 4 pond. So 6 times 4, 4 times 6, wish would be what, Shell?
24.
Good. Do you want to do wish or swan for this one?
Swan.
Swan? Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to write that one on here, and then I'm going to go through them again. Okay, you ready, Shell? All right. A few more. You got this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. 7 times 4, 4 times 7, fire.
Fire.
Mm-hmm. 7.
28.
Good. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6, Bigfoot.
18.
Good. 6 times 8 or 8 times 6, the cake.
48.
Good. 4 times 8 or 8 times 4, dirty pigs.
32.
Good. 7 times 3 or 3 times 7, butterfly.
21.
Good. Nice job. 7 times 7, soldiers.
Soldiers.
What do the soldiers do?
49.
There you go. Just think of the story. 8 times 8, snowmen.
64.
Good. 6 times 6, desert.
36.
Good. 6 times 4 or 4 times 6, the swan.
24.
Good. 4 times 4, drive.
16.
Good. 4 times 3 or 3 times 4, cheer.
12.
And 3 times 3, blind mice.
9.
Good job. Okay, 2 more. You're done. You know them all. Okay. This one is called bat in the cave, snake in the cave. You decide. Okay, it's 3 times 8 or 8 times 3. Okay. Number 3 is a bat, and he flies into the cave, which is the number 8. And when he flies into the cave, which is the number 8, he sees a snake, which is the number 2, sitting on the throne, which is the number 4. So 3 times 8 or 8 times 3, bat in the cave would be what, Shelby?
24.
24. Yep. Do you want to call this bat or snake?
Snake.
Snake? Okay. So I'm going to add that one to the list. You're doing a great job. Good snake. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7 times 4 or 4 times 7, fire.
28.
Good. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6, Bigfoot.
18.
Good. 3 times 8 or 8 times 3, the snake in the cave.
24.
Good. 6 times 8 or 8 times 6, the cake.
48.
Yep. 4 times 8 or 8 times 4, dirty pigs.
32.
Good. 3 times 7 or 7 times 3, butterfly.
21.
Mm-hmm. Did I do Bigfoot yet?
Yes.
Okay. Soldiers, 7 times 7.
49.
Yep. 6 times 4 or 4 times 6, the swan.
24.
Mm-hmm. 8 times 8, snowmen.
64.
Good. 3 times 3, blind mice.
9.
Good. 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, cheer.
12.
Good. 4 times 4, drive.
16.
Good. 6 times 6, desert.
36.
Good. And I think I did this one, but we're going to do it again. 4 times 7, 7 times 4, fire.
28.
Yep. Good job. Good. Shelby's 2 away, and she'll know them all. All right. This one is 7 times 6 or 6 times 7, and we call this one push. Okay. So number 7, super skinny, athletic, fit. He knows what he's doing. He has a friend that's a number 6 who's not so skinny, and they're trying to jump over the high jump. Well, number 6 cannot get over the high jump. So number 7 pushes the number 6 over the 4 and onto the cushion, which is the number 2. So 7 times 6 or 6 times 7, push. He pushes 6 over the 4 and he falls on the cushion, which is the number 2. So 7 times 6 or 6 times 7, push is what, Shel? What's your answer? 7 times 6 or 6 times 7 is?
42.
42. He pushes him over the high jump, which is the number
4.
4, and he lands on the cushion, which is the number
2.
2. So this is push. Okay, got it? Okay, you're doing great. Okay, 7 times 6, 6 times 7. I'm going to write push. Okay, here we go. 3 times 3, blind mice.
9.
3 times 4 or 4 times 3, cheer.
12.
Good. 7 times 6 or 6 times 7, push.
42.
4 times 4, drive.
60.
6 times 6, desert.
36.
8 times 8, snowmen.
64.
Good. Good job. 6 times 4, 4 times 6, the swan.
24.
7 times 7, soldiers.
49.
4 times 7, 7 times 4, fire.
28.
Good. Be confident. You got this. 6 times 3 or 3 times 6, Bigfoot.
18.
Yep. 3 times 7 or 7 times 3, butterfly.
21.
Good. 3 times 8 or 8 times 3, the snake in the cave.
24.
Good. 6 times 8 or 8 times 6, the cake.
48.
Good. And 8 times 4 or 4 times 8, dirty pigs.
32.
Good. She got them all. And as you can see, I've just put check marks next to them. You can also write each fact, and this is what you're going to do for homework for your kids. You're going to write each fact, and for a couple weeks, or about a week, I give them about a week, I give it to them, and you have to make them write them. You want them to write them, and you want them to do them auditorily, because what happens is, if you don't ever have your child write these, and then you give it to them and they're in print, it's a different function for the brain to actually look at print, have to process the print, pull it from long-term memory, and then put the answer down. So you do not just want to practice these auditorily like Shelby and I have been doing. You want to stop every day, 3 or 4 times a day, have them a sheet that has this plus the little clue above it, okay? Then after a week, take away the clue on all the 3s. Take away the clue on all the 4s. They will know them, I promise you. And then the next week, take away the clue on the 6s, all the ones that have 6s or 8s in them, okay? So there's only 18, 19 facts because they all are reciprocals. They all go back and forth like 3 times 4, 4 times 3. Okay, to teach number 5s, if you're teaching 5s, your child's just going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's easy. Same thing with 2s. They're going to skip count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You can also, too, with their 5s, you can show them, Shelby's looking for a eraser. You can show them a clock, okay? And on that clock, and tell them, number 5s are clocks. So if they're in class, they can look up at a clock. And show them that each number on the clock, so if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that the 1 is 5, that the 2 on the clock is 10, the 3 is 15, the 4 is 20. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 would be what, Shelb?
15.
5 times 4 would be 20. 5 times 5 would be 25. 5 times 6 would be
30.
5 times 7 would be 35. 5 times 8 would be 40. 5 times 9 would be 45. 5 times 10 would be 50. 5 times 11, which means we just double the number, would be 55. And 5 times 12 is our 60. So that's how you're going to do your 5s. So the only ones that we don't cover in this are your 2s because you skip count, your 5s, your 10s, which are easy. You just tell your child anytime they have a 10, they're going to write this number again that's not a 10. So we're going to write the number that's not a 10, which is our 5, and then we're going to write a 0. So if I had 7 times 10, first step, I'm going to write the number that's not 10, which is the 7, and I just put 0 behind it. That's how you teach them their 10s. For 11s, try to teach a child 11, like if you have 6 times 11. You teach them that the 6 looks into the mirror. So the 6 looks into the mirror, so we write a 6. And when the 6 looks into the mirror, it sees itself again. So 66. So if I had 5 times 11, my 5 is going to see itself in the mirror. So I write 5. And then it sees, it reflects itself back. So it's 55. You just always double this number when they're 5s. This is them looking in the mirror, standing right here and looking in the mirror. That's how we do 5 times 11. Super easy. You'll know those in 30 seconds. Okay? The only one that we have not taught is 7 times 8 and 8 times 7 and how to do your 9s. So let me see. We're missing our 7 times 8 poster. But this book is really great. It gives you these little versions that you can laminate and copy and take them anywhere. So I think I have one of 7 times 8 and 8 times 7. Well, I thought I did. But I will get it for you guys. But let me go ahead and tell you what it is. 7 times 8 and 8 times 7. 7 is a crazy number 7. And this 8 right here is like a trampoline. 7 jumps off of the trampoline, which is a number 8. And he jumps onto a diving board, which is a number 5. And he jumps off the diving board into the swimming pool, which is a number 6. So the picture is a number 7 jumping off the trampoline, which is a number 8, onto the diving board, which is the top of the 5, and then into the swimming pool, which is a number 6. So 7 times 8 or 8 times 7, we call this trampoline. It's 56. Okay? And I'll get a picture of that and post it for you guys after I post the video so you know what it is. Okay? So now Shelby should be able to tell me all these facts. And you see I've talked for about 5 minutes. So if it's not there, she would have already lost it because your short-term memory only lasts from 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, Shelby, you ready? All right. 8 times 8 snowmen.
64.
Good. 6 times 6 desert.
36.
Good. 3 times 3 blind mice.
9.
3 times 4, 4 times 3 cheer.
12.
Good. 4 times 4 drive.
16.
Good. 7 times 7 2 soldiers.
49.
Good. Nice job. 7 times 4, 4 times 7 fire.
28.
6 times 3 or 3 times 6 Bigfoot.
18.
Yeah, great job. 3 times 7 or 7 times 3 butterfly.
21.
Good, nice job. 6 times 8 or 8 times 6 the cake.
40.
8 times 4 or 4 times 8 dirty pigs.
32.
6 times 4 or 4 times 6 the swan that makes a wish.
24.
3 times 8 or 8 times 3 the bat in the cave.
24.
Good. 7 times 6 or 6 times 7 push. What's your story? 7 pushes the 6 over the 4 and onto the cushion that looks like a number
2.
Yep.
42.
42. Yep. See it? All right. What was 7 times 8 or 8 times 7 the trampoline?
56.
56. Good job. Good job. Okay. Now, let me show you guys how to do 9s. Okay? 9s are super easy. I'm not going to do 9 times 1 because every kid knows 9 times 1. They just look at themselves in the mirror and they see it back. So it would be 9. I'm going to start with like 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5, 9 times 6, 9 times 7, 9 times 8, and 9 times 9. Okay? 9s always add up to 2-digit numbers. So you're going to put 2 spaces under your 9s. Okay? The first thing you're going to tell your child or your student to do